Good day, Namibia. My name is Sade Gawanas, and I'm the national spokesperson of the Landless People's Movement. The true definition and reflection of democracy is when Namibians can experience access to economic resources for equality, fair chances, legality, legitimacy, free political choice, and no discrimination. LPM stands for social democracy, which is to lead the people by, for, but most importantly, with the people. We have a great understanding and acceptance of the responsibility bestowed upon us as leaders in this country. We tolerate governance that regards the interests of the people, particularly those that were disadvantaged in the past, and exercise human rights as a fundamental right. These elections are particularly important because regional councils coordinate the central government functions at the regional level and are tasked at representing the interest and well-being of the people domiciled within that region. Local authorities essentially amount to public service delivery within their defined areas. Amongst others, it should provide land, water, sanitation, electricity, and many more other needs of its people. It is imperative that we understand the laws governing these authorities, their interpretations, and their implementation. Relationships between central, regional, and local authorities should be supported and encouraged. Interacting with each other on developmental plans relating to several common issues such as infrastructure, provision of services, housing, and integrated development. It is the responsibility of the regional and local authorities to reconcile democracy. Representation dichotomy between the two is counterproductive, but an interlinkage between both would contribute to localizing democracy. We are against the mismanagement of this country's resources, their institutions, and corruption. Regional and local authorities are important elements of the Namibian governance system because they are tasked with bringing government closer to the people in terms of service delivery and development at the grassroots level. This governance should be quality, participatory, and the leadership should be ethical and accountable. We must be realistic about the realities on the ground and have strategic plans in order to set targets and be able to reach these targets, and should contribute to the physical and socio-economic development of our people. We must ask ourselves, with the deep-rooted corruption at state institutions, nepotism, favoritism, lack of ethical leadership, how are we going to create jobs, create safe and sustainable, conducive environments, and restore our people's dignity? And this is how. We should have land reform in its totality and tenure. We will expropriate vacant land and service it for affordable housing, water, and electricity. We will stop the demolishing of shacks and closing of water and electricity, provide for safety and security through community policing and involving the community in fighting crime, dealing with corrupt police officers who are on the payrolls of drug and alcohol dealers, involvement of all stakeholders to address alcohol and drug abuse leading to gender-based violence. And we have to deal with the core causes of gender-based violence. We must advocate for the law reform to fight gender-based violence, alcohol, and drug abuse. Strict regulations on the operations of alcohol outlets, get shebeens out of residential areas by creating recreational outlets for SMEs to operate. These are just some of the solutions we have on the table to deal with issues on a daily. We are strong and inspirational leadership with ethics and competent enough to address the problems and deficiencies within the councils. Vote for LPM. We are here to restore your dignity.